Ladies and gentlemen, hailing from Cleveland, Ohio, I give you BDO.
Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO.
Yo, what it do, what it do? Welcome to another episode of BDO Boxing. Let me give a big shout out to Raekwon Global. If you're looking for headphones, AirPods, earbuds, go to RayconGlobal.com. RayconGlobal.com. They're sponsoring our show this evening. Shout out to RayconGlobal.com. What's going on, everybody? What's going on, Tommy? You say let's get 15 likes. Yeah, smash the like button as you come in. There's a lot of talk about what's going on with Tank Davis and the message that he put up yesterday that the fight was canceled. A lot of people making a big fuss about it. Me personally, I'm not thinking too much into it until I see that PBC has announced that the fight is canceled. Right now, as far as they know, the fight is on. As far as Lamont Roach knows, the fight is on. But I just don't understand exactly what Tank Davis was thinking behind doing what he did. I went to his IG. He took down all of the posts that he has put up. He still got pictures up there, but all of the posts that he had put up, he took them all down. So he doesn't have any posts up there at all. But I don't know what the reason why he did what he did. I'm not sure if that's actually how he feels, if he wants to get out of this fight, or if he's just doing it just to get some publicity. I don't know. Maybe to keep people talking about his fight or whatever. But it kind of leaves a bad taste in the boxing industry. It kind of leaves a bad taste. What's going on, Clarence? Because you got the fight is pretty much just about sold out, and you got all these people who already bought their tickets, and the fight is in March. A lot of people had already made arrangements. Some people probably already booked hotels and booked their flights. And if he calls this fight off after all, they sold, I think somewhere like 15,000 tickets, almost 16,000 tickets. If he calls this fight off, I don't know if he could come back from that. I think that's going to leave a big damper on his marketability. What's going on, Jeff Spock? Appreciate you coming through. I think it's going to leave a big damper on his marketability because Tank Davis is one of those fighters that a lot of people like to watch when he's fighting, regardless of who the opponent is. People like to tune in and watch Tank Davis fight because they know 9 times out of 10 it's going to end in a knockout. And that's what the fans like to see. They love to see knockouts. But to do that, and right around Christmas time, people sacrifice spending money on extra gifts to go buy these tickets for the fight, and then you turn around and you cancel it. I don't know if you can come back from that. I don't know if people are going to be investing in another one of Tank Davis' fight if he decides to make a fight after this fight. I don't know if people are going to invest in buying his fight because you can't play with the fans' money like that. When the fans go out their way to buy tickets to your fight, you gotta when you put the fight on, you gotta go out there and go through with the fight. The only way I can see that this fight being canceled and he having a legitimate reason why this fight is being canceled is if he has a better opponent. If he doesn't have a better opponent, he can't do that. You gotta go through with it. You signed the contract to make the fight with him. You gotta go through with it. Hold on one second. You gotta go through with it. So if you didn't like the fight, you shouldn't have signed the contract. You should have told him find somebody else for you to fight. But you signed the contract, you gotta go through with it. But in my opinion, I think the fight is still on. I think he's just looking for some attention. Um, Tommy said, I think Tank is halfway checked out the game mentally. I lost. A loss shall soon come. Um, Possibly. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, he could be playing mind games and just trying to get some attention. I don't know. I really don't. He said Tank fans worship this guy. They will accept whatever he does. I don't think the fans will accept whatever he does. Now, maybe the casuals, but I think a lot of these diehard fans that he has, they're not accepting it. Especially if it's actually true and he does pull out of this fight. If it's actually true and he canceled the fight and he just decided to pull out for no apparent reason. Like I said, the only legitimate reason I could see him pulling out this fight is if he has something better lined up. Like he's fighting Shakur next or Devin Haney is his next opponent or something like that. If it ain't a fight with somebody that we want to see him in there, he just pulling out just to pull out because he didn't like the opponent, then you shouldn't have let this fight get made. You should have already told him from the beginning when they said this is who we're gonna have you fight. You should have said, "No, I'm not fighting him." So I don't know if he's like I said, I don't know if he's actually checked out. Uh, he could just be playing game because we got to remember, usually when Tank Davis has a fight coming up, there's always a big fight between him and Floyd Mayweather. So it keeps his name in the loop. They're always trying to figure out what's going on between Tank Davis and Floyd. Why is Tank Davis and Floyd beefing? Why did Floyd throw Tank out of the gym? Why Tank talking about Floyd like this on Instagram? Now that he's not with Floyd, they don't have that beef to go back and forth no more. So this might be another one of his little antics to try to keep people talking about him in the fight. So I don't really know what it is. I really don't. I'm not going to sit here and try to act like I know what he's thinking. I'm just I'm just going off of based off his based off past actions that I've seen what he's done. Like I said, every time he had a fight coming up, it was always something between him and Floyd to keep his name in the loop. And then once it's fight night, you see Floyd sitting front row and him and Tank talking throughout the whole fight. So it could very well be just something to keep his name in the loop because right now everybody's talking about Devin Haney and they was talking about the Usyk and Tyson Fury fight. So it very well could be the fact that he just want to keep his name in the loop. But I don't really know. Now, I also see a lot of people. What's going on, Son of Tank? What's going on, Bentley? Make sure y'all smash the like button as y'all come in. Smash the like button. I also see a lot of people being real messy on YouTube and on Instagram and Twitter, and they all up in arms about this whole Devin Haney fiance situation. Um, Me personally, I don't care nothing about it. That's his personal business. That's between him and his fiance. Whatever they do behind closed doors is what they do. They got some type of issue. Let him handle it. But people want to use that to badmouth Devin Haney like he's doing something wrong. He can't control who his fiance dated before he got with her. I mean, if y'all take the time to look and see the daggone video that they put up, that's when Young Thug was in jail. Young Thug is at home. He's been home for a while now. That's when he was in jail. So that's old news. Y'all bringing this out now, something that happened months ago, maybe even a year ago, and y'all bringing it out now because you really don't have nothing else to talk about. It's just real messy. And like I said, that's why I've always been one of the ones that never get into these personal business. if it doesn't affect them in the ring, I could care less what they do on their own personal time. That's why it's called personal time because it's between it's his own time. So I could care less what he does on his own time. All I care about is the actual fight, and if he's making a fight, I want to see him get back in the ring. I wish he would have took the fight with Tio, but they chose not to for whatever reason. He believed that Tio is trying to be the A side, whatever have you. I said it before. That was a good fight for him to come back. If you say your your brand is has um, been tainted because of what happened with you and Ryan, the only way you could bring that value back is by getting in the ring with another top fighter that a lot of people believe will be a 50-50 fight with you, and you go in there and you fight him and possibly beat him. A lot of people believe that you beat T.O. Some people believe T.O. wins. Me personally, I believe that Devin would beat T.O., but at this point in time, I don't know about his mental. I don't know if he's mentally strong enough to beat T.O. at this person right now. I have to see what he looks like in the ring when he fights again. What's going on, BBO?
What's up, my brother, man? I'm up here running around, but I heard my man up here cooking. I had to come up here. You know what? I'll say this. I'll say this. Free. I think Devin was a smart man not to go against Mayweather Jr. man, because we all know T.O. is the reincarnation of Mayweather. I don't support him in any way, but you know we see he about to fight Matias. He only take the tough fights, so it's only right that Devin would duck a guy who only take the tough fights. So shout out to Bob Arum and T.O. and Canelo for being able to rectify whatever the issue was, because you know, even though I don't support T.O., we know he's a hell of a talent. He probably stops Devin, gives Tank a boxing lesson. But, you know, salute to my man Cuban Tommy saying that Andy Cruz would beat Tank. That's blasphemous, because Tank a stomp on him with his heels, man, because Andy Cruz almost got stopped by that nobody dude he just fought. So to say that is just ridiculous, man. So I feel like at this point you're reaching, bro. But I will say it was a good decision to stay away from Tio for Devin the American Dream. I think his next fight should be against maybe a lightweight or somebody at 126 or 130, because at this point I think he could just beat somebody up, get his confidence up, and then go on about his career, because his stock is on the rise, man. And I truly believe Tank Davis, Abdul Wahid, whatever you may call this young man, I think his stock is on decline. What you think about everything, Free?
Um, I if like I said, if what he said actually does happen and he pulls out of this fight and it's not for something better than this, and he just pulling out just to pull out, his stock would definitely be on the decline. Most definitely, because like I said, they almost sold the arena out already, and that fight is not until March. So I already know if you went out your way to buy tickets this early, 9 times out of 10, you probably already made reservations for hotels and plane tickets and stuff like that. So if he pulls out and this fight is off, yeah, it's gonna be bad for him. Like I said, he has to have something lined up if this is actually true. Because I me personally, I don't believe it's true right now because PBC hasn't announced that the fight is off. Even Lamont Roach said he hasn't heard anything about the fight being off. He's still training, so I just think it's something for him to grab some attention. But if it is true, then yeah, his stock is definitely going to be on a decline. But for Devin Haney, yeah, him taking that fight with T.O. and he goes in there and he beat T.O., that definitely would bring some value back to his stock if he truly believed that his stock was devalued by what Ryan did. That would definitely bring some value back to your stock. But he said he didn't want to be the B side to To or whatever the case may be. I thought, and like I said, I don't know if he's mentally prepared to fight somebody like Theo right now. He very well could just be mentally out of it because I don't care what nobody say. The man took a beating, whether it was the PEDs involved and the overweight being involved, whether it was that. None of that has to do with the style of fighting that Devin Haney fought at that night. I mean, on that night, nothing has to do with that. What Ryan did had nothing to do with what Devin did. What Devin did is what Devin did. What Ryan did is what Ryan did. That because Ryan took PEDs and was overweight didn't make you fight that style of fighting. So the only way he can bring it back is by getting back in the ring. And if he want to bring value back to his brand, he got to fight somebody of notoriety. If you're not fighting anybody of notoriety, you can go fight some run-of-the-mill fighter. Nobody's going to care about it. Yeah, it will bring some confidence back to yourself, but nobody's going to care about it till you get in the ring with somebody of note.
I'm gonna tell everybody a secret that people don't know. I'm gonna tell everybody a secret that people just don't know. Guess what, everybody? Salute to my man GD pulling up. Salute to my man Curly Chop Prize pulling up. But guess what, y'all? Tank probably is the most talented guy in boxing. You heard it from BBO first. That's probably the case. He's probably the most talented guy in boxing. From footwork to feints, ring control, IQ, defense. I mean, we don't say enough about the kid's defense. His defense is terrific. But let's just be honest here. He has shown that he's gonna do what he want to do, and that's okay. And I'll put him in there with Prince Hassan. I think he's a great entertainer. I think he has great skill. But if you don't want to use it, that's his prerogative, like my man Bobby Brown said back in the day. So I mean, let's let the real fighters, and I don't support this kid in any way. I do not support Teofimo Lopez in any way. But let real fighters like Teofimo Lopez, who's gonna fight Matias, a monster. You about to fight Godzilla next. And then you got Jazz Catterall and Arnold Barbosa for the WO mandatory, looking to vie for fighting Tio. And you got my brother in Christ, Ryan Norman Jr., ready to come down if you have to, or meet Tio at 47. So, you know what? I just want to see Tank do some of those things, but we can't make them. You can't make nobody be great. And I'm going to be honest with you. I just think it's a travesty what's going on with the whole saying the fight is canceled. And what I hear is not. Yeah. But you know what? That's not fair to Lamont, man. Lamont probably somewhere.
Kind of throw him off, yeah.
Yeah, Lamont somewhere driving his cab or delivering his Amazon packages. He don't need to hear this, man.
Don't disrespect.
He don't need to hear this, man.
Don't disrespect
him.
Hey, you know one thing, BBO?
It's busy too, and it's busy too, Pride. It's busy, man. He probably had a package in his hand.
Prince Nassim did fight Kevin Kelly when everybody thought Kevin Kelly was going to dog walk Prince, but he fought good. He got hit, you know. It's a good fight.
I got a question for BBO.
Salute, GD.
I heard what you said about T.O. They trying to make the fight with Matias. The question that I have for you is, when in your eyes and in your imagination did Matias become Godzilla? Because everything you said about Matias, he wasn't that dude. Now, when did he become Godzilla to you? When he lost? Or
dude is a walking punching bag.
Hold on, brother Free. This is your word.
Or is it because he's fighting Theo, he's Godzilla all of a sudden?
Hold on, brother Free. You told me a loss don't mean nothing. That's what you told me out your mouth.
I didn't ask you about the loss. I said, when did he become became Godzilla to you? When did he become Godzilla to you? Because the only fight you saw him in, when you said he was a bum, he was trash, he was a low budget Regis Prograis. The only fight you seen him in was a fight that he lost. So when did he become that Godzilla to you?
He's a walking punching bag, D Free. That guy.
The way he uses his face, for defense, the fact that he's a monster. They said he eat raw meat and he a Puerto Rican.
His ass a goofy if he eats raw meat. He's a goofy.
Hey, the dude's a monster, man. You're Puerto Rican. You know how I go. I mean,
ain't no raw chicken unalive you, dog.
But like I said, man, I feel bad for Lamont. Lamont's out right now. delivering his
Well, it's
packages.
not
It's Christmas
official, is it,
Eve.
BVO? We don't
No,
want
no,
to
I'm just
make.
saying. No, I'm just saying it's Christmas Eve. Lamont's out delivering packages, giving Uber rides, or you know what I mean, doing
Why
lifts,
is
whatever
it?
the case may
Where's
be.
that coming from, BVO?
And I just
I
think it's
gotta stop you.
hold on, let me finish. I'm just saying it's unfair what Tank is doing. What you doing, Tank, is wrong. What you doing is
Why
wrong.
you
So
going down on Lamont for? You're telling him
I'm
he's an
not coming down,
Amazon
Lamont.
driver.
I'm just saying.
You just said the man was delivering packages for Walmart or something, didn't you?
I mean, the man's a cab driver, bro. We're not gonna
Come
sit here
on,
and
bro.
play
He ain't no
games like
cab driver, bro. That's what I'm
that.
trying to
Man,
tell you,
then
boy.
Jamel Herring beat
Boy.
the brakes off
No,
him. What are you
and
talking
how
about?
old was Lamont? And how Lamont was very young in that fight. He took the fight. He's
Jamel
very young.
Herring put his foot in his tail.
You
What are you
making it seem
talking
like
about?
Jamel Herring is a bum.
I never
Jamel Herring
said
is a
that.
world champion, a former world champion. He been in the ring with some of the best.
Hey, Prize. You got to understand, Lamont Roach is a bum right now. But if Tio was getting in the ring with him,
Here
Lamont
we
Roach
go.
would
He'd be
man.
a monster. How BBO say it? A monster.
Hey, like I said, I don't support Tiafimo in any way, shape, or form. But I say this: the fact that he's getting in there with Godzilla, the most feared man in boxing, at 140.
Didn't he just get
I give
whooped
him his
on a couple
credit.
fights ago?
That was a close fight, Free. I mean, that's a close fight, Prize. I don't call
Wasn't a
close
close
fights getting
fight.
whooped
He
on.
got whooped on, man. Man, you would call it a close fight. You would say somebody got beat to death.
What
To
fight was
death.
a close fight?
Who he lose to? Pyro? Who he lose to?
He lost
I
to Pyro.
don't know who he lost to. I don't know who he beat.
It wasn't no close fight. He got whooped.
All right, Mayweather. That was one of my
All
favorite lines, though, BBO, for real. That's one of my
I
favorite lines.
all I can say is this, man. Salute to Lamont, and I just think it's unfair. His dad probably out there chopping wood, ready for the house.
I don't know.
You got
I don't
here, you
understand
know,
this
you got to tell
assault.
your son, hey, man.
I don't get it.
It's like, because you forgot, man. Hey, what did my man say on Antoine Fisher? What did the lady tell Antoine Fisher? You must have forgot. You forgot. Jamel, I went and watched that fight. Jamel Herring put hands and feet on Lamont Roach.
How old was
It was
Lamont Roach?
bad,
He was
bro.
very young in his career to
Take on.
take.
The take on.
Hearing was seasoned. Hearing was
BBO.
seasoned in there, man.
Hold on,
Lamont was
BBO,
still young. It ain't like he got whooped on.
Did you actually watch the fight with Jamel
No,
Herring
he
and
didn't
Lamont
watch the
Roach?
fight. He didn't watch the fight.
I watched the fight before we got on.
You did?
All right,
So,
I give him that.
So
Yes.
hold on, Prime.
I give
So
him
Lamont Roach didn't do anything in that fight.
Well, Lamont Roach has excellent mid-range defense, and Lamont Roach has a really good jab. I don't know if people know that about Lamont. Lamont, to be an itty-bitty man, the man has a beautiful jab. It's like a piston-like jab.
Let me ask you this question. This is going to prove if you actually watched the fight or not.
He ain't watched the fight.
What round without a shadow of doubt do you give Lamont Roach?
I would say the fifth and the sixth.
No, you did not watch the fight.
I did watch the fight. I got the score.
The one round without a shadow of doubt that you give Lamont Roach is the 11th round because he almost knocked Jamel Herring out in the 11th round.
Right. I thought it was.
He was but that wasn't a knockout. I thought he won the fifth and sixth.
I'm
gonna say why I thought he won the fifth and sixth.
He was whooping Jamel Herring the entire 11th round.
He was hurt bad in that round. I thought
that's
it was
what I'm saying. When the fifth and sixth round, it looked like Jamel Herring's hands was in his pockets. So I don't know what was going on.
You didn't watch the fight.
And he was pivoting. But that's your opinion. So opinion. You got a right to have your opinion.
That's not my opinion. I know you didn't watch the fight.
Oh, that's your opinion. That's your opinion.
That's a fact. You didn't watch the fight.
No, it's not. Did you see? Were you sitting by me, Free, when I had the fight on?
No, I know you didn't watch the fight because you would have said the 11th round.
I watched the fight.
You said the 5th round. You would have said the 11th round
I
because
I thought the fifth round because you got it. Go ahead.
Jamel Herring was damn near out in the 11th round. Damn near out in the 11th round. It was damn near out. I
think he was a little gassed. He kind of.
Dog. The only thing he
was
didn't do
gassed.
was hit the canvas. The only thing Jamel Herring didn't do was hit the canvas. He was damn near out. The only thing he didn't do was hit the canvas.
Only thing I didn't agree with, I thought the fight was close. I just didn't agree with that 117, 111 scorecard that they had in favor of
That was way too wide. Yeah, that was way too
115, 113 was the right score. Either way, I mean, I gave it. I felt like Lamar, I'm sorry, Jamel Herring. I felt like he edged the fight over, but like Free said, he was hurt bad in that 11th round went bad.
But this is the thing I'd say. This is what I'd say. And I love Lamont Roach. He's a very skilled fighter. Miniature guy, but has a lot of good boxing skills, moves really well, knows where he is in the ring. The only thing I will say is that, no matter what happens, unfortunately, when Tank wins this fight by decision or knockout, whatever the case may be, we're going to still be at square one where he's not going to get credit for winning.
Yeah,
And it's
he
just
did
at this
get
point,
clipped.
at this point, we just got to be honest here. We don't know. We don't want to see Tank in certain fights. And if he keeps fighting these certain fights, I think, unfortunately, it'll be, like I said, remember that, just a showstopper like Prince Hassan.
My
That's
question
okay.
is what pissed Tank off to make him tweet and delete his whole IG? It's not the first time that he
He
deleted
didn't.
IG.
No, he didn't delete the IG. He just took all the posts down.
No,
He
no.
didn't delete. He didn't
When I
delete
went
it.
to try,
I was just
you,
on it.
oh,
He didn't
okay,
delete
he
it.
must have put it back up because
No, it was up yesterday. It was up yesterday.
I didn't
I
see.
went on it
Okay,
after we got
when did
off.
he make that tweet? When did he make that Instagram story?
That
Yesterday?
was that was
The
yesterday,
day before yesterday?
early in the day.
Yesterday?
It was yesterday.
All right.
It was
So
yesterday, early in the day.
when he did that, it started going around the internet. It started going around the YouTube boxing community, right? After it did
Yeah.
that, we all tried to search for Javante's Instagram at that time. He posted that. It was not there. Now, if it's up now and he has no post, fine. I ain't gonna say he doesn't, but I definitely went for a search for Javante and he wasn't there. I follow him.
No, I went up there. I went because after the show was over, because I wasn't on IG yesterday. But after the show was over, I went because somebody said, because I said Javante deleted his post. They were like, it's not deleted. I mean, he deleted his IG. They were like, it's not deleted. I'm on it right now. So I went on it, and I was like, oh yeah, he just deleted all the posts. The pictures were still up.
I'm not
all of his
gonna
every
disagree
one of his
with your
posts was
what
down.
your eyes saw. You know
It
what I'm
was
saying? You see,
gone
I
for a
agree.
second.
I
I don't
believe
know.
you. I know it was
It was
down when
gone.
you tried to search that mug. It was not there for a good second. So I'm not if what your two eyes saw, I won't challenge that.
Yeah,
But
no.
I know for a fact when he first did it, his IG was gone, dog.
I mean, it might have been like I said, but it's up there. He just don't have no posts. It's just all pictures. It's no posts at all. You don't have no posts up there.
I
It's
just don't.
all
I just want to
pictures.
know what they did behind the scenes to piss him off to make him do that. Because somebody had to
I
piss him off.
I don't think it was. I don't think nobody even pissed him off. Like I said,
I
I think
did.
it was just him trying to grab some attention. I just
Mm.
think it was him trying to grab some attention because you got to look at what he normally does. Normally, when he got a fight coming up, is a beef between him and Floyd. He doesn't
Right.
have Floyd there no more to create that beef, so people be talking about that all the way up until the fight. Now he got to try to create something else. So I think he just using that to create
As a
something for people to
promotional
talk about.
tactic.
Yeah,
And
Yeah. Well, it's a
speaking of that,
stupid one.
guys, speaking
he
of that,
doesn't.
we're
He
gonna
Don't.
try.
doesn't. He
Speaking of
Go
that,
ahead.
we're gonna
doesn't need
try
to do that.
something new. Speaking of that, we're
Yeah,
gonna
go ahead.
try something new going forward. We got the Cash App in there. We want to try to hit a goal of at least $1. It don't matter what you send to the Cash App. At least $1 to the Cash App. We're trying to get $5, 5 Cash Apps from 5 different people.
That's
We're trying to
easy
work
work.
on that as a team. I think we could do it. I think we can make that goal. We just want to get $1. We trying to get our game up like everybody else, man.
Stuff costs. You know what I mean?
And I'll say this. The cool thing about it is when you give to us, BVO, Prize, Puerto Rican Free, you give to your brothers. You will never see this cast of real brothers doing it. Everybody else, man, doesn't count. We talking about actually having a 2 black guys and a Puerto Rican, a Jamaican dude, and I don't know what time he is, and Marky Dan Sugarcane. You got some brothers who really came together, and we really trying to put something together for you. So, like I said, y'all see that Cash App, our goal. It don't matter what the denomination is. Hit that Cash App for us, man. That's what we do it for. We do it for you guys. But keep this in mind. I think one thing is important when it comes to this Lamont Roach fight, Tank fight. It's a good fight for boxing fans, and let's just be honest, for hardcore boxing fans only. because no matter what happens, man, like I said, Tank's gonna get zero credit for beating you. So let's just be honest. I want all the Tank fans to hear this early. Guess what? When he knocks him out, he's not gonna get any credit. Especially when you got
Um,
guys like Tio fighting freaking Serbio Matias, who was just champion at 140. I just think you know what? I think in boxing, man, we really starting to see a renaissance of young guys doing their thing, man. We really are, man. You got the David versus David fight. Can't say enough about that. Um, so the last thing we need to do is get off focus with what Tank's doing. This is nothing but, he letting the devil use him. That's okay. That's okay. We want to see him fight. If he fight, he fight. If he don't. But I will say this:
um,
I don't want to say
to
it though.
I'm
keep
not
That's
gonna
to
say
keep
whack.
spitting on
I'm not gonna say he's
fans
not gonna
is
get no
not
credit.
okay. Say
I'm
it
not
That's
again.
gonna
whack.
say he's I'm not gonna say he's not gonna get no credit because I give all these fighters credits for their wins. Now, do I give fighters more credit for bigger wins? Yeah, but I give all of them credit for their wins. Because if I don't give them credit for a win, if somebody else fight him, I can't give them credit for fighting them.
Right.
So I give all of them credit for their wins.
They get
Now,
credit for
like
the
I said,
win.
some credit is more than others. Like I'm not gonna say he went out there and beat the best guy in the weight class. No, but he gets credit for the win because it goes
Oh,
down as a win. Unless it's some funny business going on or he cheated to get the win. If everything is on the up and up, then he gets credit for the win.
if
Always
you
not
fight,
say
if you
I'm not.
fighting,
You can't count on us. We talking about just the overall boxing public because
Yeah, I don't care.
he
I
not
don't care
getting
about the
no.
overall
Well, I
boxing.
do.
So
Well, we
I
do.
don't.
We care about
I'm
what
gonna
the
tell you.
boxing
I'm
public
gonna tell you
says.
why I don't care about them because they have their own people who they support and who they don't support. They make
right?
their narratives for the people that they want make narratives for and make bad narratives for the people that they want to make bad narratives for. So I don't care. Only thing I can go by is what I do. I can't go by what everybody else do. So
Right.
I'm gonna give them credit. What everybody else does, that's what they does. I can't speak for them.
I know
Because
some people don't like
a
to
lot
give
of people
credit
ain't
for
gonna give, a
lesser
lot of people ain't gonna
competition.
give, a lot of people ain't gonna give David Benavidez credit if he beat David
Oh.
Morrell. I'm gonna
Only
give him
us.
all of the credit.
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
gonna give him all
Only
of the
us,
credit.
because he been chasing them.
You think
And when
so?
you chase somebody down
That's
like
a
that,
tough
when you
fight,
chase,
dog. Come on, free. You
it is,
reaching,
it
dog.
is BBO.
You reaching,
But when
free.
you
That's a
Yeah,
tough,
tough
when
fight.
we
when
believe
you
it is.
That's a
chase
tough
somebody
fight.
like that, bro, come on,
We
man.
believe it is. I've been asking for this fight for a year now. We believe it is, but there's a lot of people saying, "Oh, David Benavidez, he gonna beat him because he ain't got nothing but 11 fights or 12 fights." So when David
I don't care
Benavidez
about
beat
that.
him, they're gonna be like, "Well, he ain't had nothing but 11 or 12 fights." That's what they're gonna say. But
Well,
I'm gonna give him all the credit.
it's our job to make the fans that's not educated about it. It's our job to make them understand that we're going to give them credit because that man chased him for, like you said, he chased him for a while, and we all wanted to fight, and he finally got it, and now he has to back up all. He chased him to a whole weight class, so now it's time for Morrell to back it up. If not, but I'm giving David Benavidez 100% credit.
Yeah, I'm gonna give David Benavidez credit, and I'm gonna give David Morrell
Yeah,
credit. I'm giving
Morrell
both of those
credit.
guys.
Yep.
I'm giving both of those guys credit for making the fight, and whoever wins gets the utmost credit because I know that it's a tough fight,
Right,
regardless of who
Josh.
wins.
Josh
Regardless of
just
who wins.
That comment is 100% right. He said, BVO, real boxing fans know Lamont Roach ain't no slouch. Tank will stop him, just not easily. I think Tank eventually will get to him, but like you said, I think Lamont going to make it
I,
difficult.
I say this: no matter how it go, it's gonna be a good fight because we're gonna be here when Tank leaves, and we got here before he came. Pause. But like I said, we got the cash app. Our only goal is to get. It don't matter the denomination. We trying to get at least 5 cash apps from 5 separate people. We trying to grow our channel. We need you guys' help to do so. We just want to make sure the cash app work. You can hit it anytime you want to make sure it work. Make sure it's not broke. Cause they try to do some tricky stuff on YouTube, but we real close to monetization. So keep watching this, man. Like I said, if you guys want to make sure the cash app ain't broke, we got the cash app up there right there.
Yeah, and
But
shout out to RayconGlobal.com, the sponsor as well.
Definitely, and we all gonna be getting our headphones after the holidays. I can't wait.
I can't wait
I
either. I'm going to use them for
I
my
ordered I ordered
PS5.
I ordered Prize and I ordered D Free all purple ones, and I got some black
I,
ones. You know?
hey, I don't,
I
I
don't
don't,
care.
I
I don't
don't care
care what
about the
color
purple
mine
ones.
is.
Hey, purple is my wife's favorite color anyway, so it don't
Yeah.
matter to me.
And I'm comfortable,
I mean,
in
if
my
you if
skin. I
you
can wear
if you
purple.
really
I'm
if
cool.
you really know about the color purple, that means royalty. So it doesn't matter to me.
Hey, I
Actually, I
said that to
prefer
get
the
free
purple
gold.
ones. I prefer them. I want the purple ones.
He said, I really think so. Backing out of these fights is not fighting the top guys in this division. I'm gonna be honest with you, man.
Yeah.
When has Tank ever fought the top guys in this division?
He fought Leah Santa
Pedraza
Cruz.
was the top guy in the division.
Pedraza was the guy. Mario Barrios was
That was
one
like
of
what,
the
8
guys.
years ago?
It doesn't matter.
You
You
asked
said
the
when did he
question.
do it?
Yeah.
You asked
You
when.
didn't- Yeah, you didn't say
You
it
said when
happened.
did he do it?
It happened, BVO. It just happened.
Hey,
You asked the question. I just
salute to my
answered it.
man GD. Cause I know my man GD. I know my man GD gonna make sure that Cash App is working because I know he support black people. Even though I seen him at the Willie Nelson concert, but still we love you, GD. Come on, man.
Hey,
But
I'm
I'll
gonna put
say
it like
this,
this.
man.
I can't say that Tank didn't try to fight the top guys before he got the Lamont Roach fight. I can't say that he didn't try. I mean,
There was some
hey,
ducking going
Yeah,
on.
he tried to
Loma
fight. He
did
tried to
wanted,
fight Loma after Loma had fought everybody. I get it.
yeah, he tried to
Loma.
fight Loma, and they sent the offer to Shakur. Shakur wanted a multi-fight deal. He went to the zone. So I mean, he
So my
tried to get
thing
the
is,
fight.
why didn't they give him a multi-fight deal? Why didn't they give him a multi-fight deal?
They didn't want a multi-fight deal. The same way they didn't give Bud a multi-fight deal. They gave Bud one fight and a rematch. They didn't give him a multi-fight deal.
I'm just saying, like, why wouldn't you get? They didn't give him a rematch. Is what you saying, or
It would have been a rematch clause if Tank lose. It would have been a rematch clause.
it would have been one way. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, when you're the A side, you get little amenities
Man,
like that.
I don't know if it would have
that's
been one
corny.
way. It could have been both ways. It could have been both ways because it was both ways for Bud and Earl. It was a rematch clause for Bud and Earl, but what they were saying is they're not signing him to a multi-fight deal. At that time, they wasn't trying to get a multi-fight deal. They were trying to get one fight for Tank Davis. They was basically trying to fill that November date because Loma pulled out. They were trying to get a fight for him for November.
And is he officially retiring free? I know you be up on that kind of stuff. I really don't care for Lomachenko.
According to Bob, in Bob's interview, he said Loma said he'll be back next year. So we'll see.
I mean, he just ducked, man. That's all. He just ducked, and I guess the whole thing is this, man. And I get so tired of this conversation because Errol Spence said it when he was helping promote Frank Martin. You ain't fighting nobody, and that's a friend of his saying that.
Well, GD said that Frank Martin, and I kind of agree with him, was the PBC's best lightweight, and I kind of agree.
Well, I had Frank Martin beating Shakur, so I can see that.
I didn't.
I
You
don't.
did.
Nah.
I didn't.
Me neither.
Shakur. I said I don't think Frank Martin is seasoned enough for Shakur.
Yeah,
Frank Martin he's a good fighter. I take nothing away from him. I believe he beat majority of the guys at lightweight, but when it comes to those top guys, I don't think he beat Shakur or Tank. He might beat Loma. He might even beat,
that's even tough.
He might even beat Keyshawn, but I don't think he beat Shakur.
I don't know about that.
I didn't say he will. I said he might.
I know. I'm just saying.
Let me ask you guys this: what happens if Keyshawn loses to Baranchik?
Huh?
Then he got to get a rematch. He'll get a rematch clause. I'm sure Bob is not going to let his cash. That's one of his cash cows. He was very successful, him and his family in Virginia. Bob saw that. If he loses to Baranchik, it'll be a rematch in there, or he'll probably get him in there with somebody solid and get him right back in there. Keyshawn need a belt. Bob knows that. Keyshawn.
No, Keyshawn don't get no rematch. Keyshawn is the mandatory. I mean, he's the challenger.
Yeah, but Bob runs the show. I feel like Bob might. If it's a close fight, if he go in there and get smoked, then he gonna go back in the line. If he go in there and it's a close fight, the controversy in it, then I can see Bob running that back.
Bob don't do rematches.
I know. Bob is, man, Jesus.
Bob don't do rematches, and because you got to think about it. Baranchik is Bob's fighters too, so it's not like Baranchik is not his fighter.
That's true.
His fighter too.
And he can cash out on Baranchik just like with that big win over Keyshawn.
Because
I expect Keyshawn to go in there and handle business, bro, and then he get a fight. He get a mandatory fight at home in Virginia to defend the belt, and then I see him jumping out the window with something.
If Baranchik beat Keyshawn, Baranchik becomes the new Loma because we don't know what's going to happen with Loma. They're from the same country, so he becomes the new Loma.
Mm-hmm.
He going to cash out with Baranchik. Baranchik just beat Keyshawn. Keyshawn making a name for himself. He's on the uprise, and Baranchik just beat him. They're going to stop pushing Baranchik.
I think it's a very strong possibility that Keyshawn could lose that fight. But Rancher can fight. I mean, he really can fight, and I think that's not gonna be an easy fight.
Yeah, I mean, Keyshawn can lose, but I think Keyshawn will edge it out. Do I think he'll knock him out? Nah, I'm not. I'm not that sold on Keyshawn power like that. I'm not that sold. He got decent power, but he's not that guy that just go in there and knock everybody out. He can knock him out. I just don't think he will. But I'm leaning towards Keyshawn winning that fight.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a good fight. I mean, the only thing I will say, it'll be good for once to finally see a 50-50 fight at 135 because we really haven't seen that in a little bit. And I'm gonna tell you guys, I'm gonna give you guys some breaking news that people don't know. Shakur will never fight Tank. He'll never fight him because he's not interested in fighting him. That's all lies. Everything you hear from Shakur about fighting Tank is all lies and clout because it's been stated so many times they could have made the fight. Shakur doesn't want it. I wish Shakur and Devin would stop using Tank's name to build themselves and go get a life. You know,
I
like my
think Devin would try to take the fight if he was offered something and and the business was right. I think that Devin would have took a one fight deal with Tank. I like Shakur was looking for something, and I understand he wants security. He's you when you raised with top rank, when you raised by top rank, you used to guarantee you used to a paycheck, like it's like going to work. You
but
know,
keep
That's
in
not what
mind
he.
this, prize.
That's
He
not what he was
keep
looking
this the
for.
thing. He
he
keep
look. I know, but I'm saying free, but he was looking for, and not to cut you off, BBO. He was looking for a home. He wants to be a company man. He
No,
doesn't want.
that's not what
I
Shakur
thought that
said.
he wanted a multi-fight deal, meaning that he
No,
wanted a home.
no, that's not what he said. When he was leaving Top Rank, he said he don't want to be tied down to nobody. That's what he said.
But I
He said
thought
I'm a
when
free
they
agent.
offered him the tank fight, I thought that he said that he wanted a multi-fight deal, and
Yes, he
PBC said,
did. You're not
"Okay,
listening to
so
what I'm saying. You're not listening to what I'm saying. When he left Top Rank, the thing that he said was he don't want to be tied down to nobody. That's what he said. But when it came to Tank Davis, all of a sudden he wanted a multi-fight deal.
yeah, okay." See, like
it's
I
another
said,
way of ducking prize. It's just what
no,
it
I
is.
ain't saying that he didn't duck. I'm not. I mean, I don't like to sling that duck word. I'll let you and Free.
I don't
Y'all
know. I
love
don't know.
slinging duck
I don't know. We cannot say duck or say
because
it,
I can't say
but
do
let's
the
be honest
business.
here.
You
And
know, business.
I'm gonna even say something a little controversial. Devin only seemed to call out Tank when he already had fights on the books. He said Tank's name and he'd already had a fight Simon Regis Prograde. He said Tank's name and he already knew he had two fights with George Kambosos and a fight with Loma on it. So it's like these guys, and if I'm just being totally honest, the only person that really wanted that Tank smoke is Teofimo Lopez, and I don't
Oh
support
my
him.
gosh.
None of these guys, they all just talking, and that's probably why Tank is so frustrated because everybody talking a big game, but ain't nobody gonna put up a shut up and say what you want. I give Lamar credit. Lamar Roach a lot of credit for stepping up and taking his fight. I mean, he's gonna get his jaw broke, but hey, that's the cost of doing business, man. But I'm telling you, these guys, I'm gonna be honest with you, these guys are almost afraid of Tank. The only person that let Tank know that he'll kick his head in is Keyshawn, T.O. But everybody else is scared of Tank, man. Let's call it what it is. They scared of him. They scared of him, man.
And another
T.O.
thing, Shakur might have not want to fight. Like Free said that when it came to Tank, that he all of a sudden wanted a multi-fight deal because he knows that he's going in there against a dog, and he wanted some security in case he do go in there and get melted.
Them
You know what
niggas
I'm
is just
saying?
talking, prize, and that's the part that
Yeah,
makes boxing so exhausting.
yeah.
Because Shakur been talking. Then you
They
got
all
people
have
that
been
support him.
See,
They support him and say, "Oh, you know that fight can't be next."
this,
Why not?
this is what I this is the problem that I have
business
with
because of
this is
business,
the problem that
BBO.
I have with Shakur because out of Shakur's own mouth, he said him and Tank Davis is the biggest fight. That's the Super Bowl between them two. That's like LeBron versus Michael Jordan. And then you get the fight offered to you, and you say, "Oh, I want a multi-fight deal." You can't sit here and say that's the biggest fight. It's like LeBron versus Mike, and then you decide you're not taking a fight because you want a multi-fight deal. If it's the biggest fight, and you truly believe in yourself that the way you say you do, you take that fight. Even if you don't believe that you're gonna win, if it's the biggest fight like you say it is, you take that fight because you know you're not getting a bigger bag fighting anybody else. You're not getting a bigger bag fighting
Yeah.
anybody else. You take that fight. That's like David Benavidez saying he won Canelo Alvarez. He's been calling Canelo Alvarez, and then all of a sudden they say, oh well, Canelo will fight you, 1-fight deal. And David Benavidez said, nah, I need a multi-fight deal. No, nigga,
Wow.
you've been calling Canelo Alvarez, you gotta take that fight. That's the biggest fight. You gotta take it.
Especially if you think especially if you know you can beat somebody. You know,
That's
I
the
mean,
only problem I have. And
Zab Judah was
saying
the
that
undisputed welterweight champion at one time, and he
I'm
lost a fight to Corey Spinks, and then Corey didn't really want that rematch with Zab, so they tried to lowball Zab and only offer him $100,000 after Zab had made like $2 million or $1 million or something in the fight before, and in the rematch they wanted to give Zab $100,000. Zab did put everything on him, and he went there and stopped Corey Spinks. That shows you. That's how you supposed to do it. Like what, $100,000? They trying to play me. I just made a meal ticket. You want to give me $100,000? All right, bet. I'm gonna go in there and trash you. And that's what Zab did. And that's what I want to see. And whether Zab won them and lost them, I don't care. That's the kind of dog that I want to see out these young bulls. But I don't think we'll see that no more. Maybe one of them. We'll see.
I don't think
Mason, I don't know.
Shakur ducked him. I just think he might have had second thoughts. He might have had second
They don't
thoughts.
got that dog no more, man. No more dogs out there. No real dogs, man.
He might have said, you know what? I'm gonna need something a little more, because you got to remember, the last two outings that Shakur had wasn't his best outings. It wasn't his best outing. No, I take that back. The Artem was a good fight to me. That was a good fight. He did what he was supposed to do. The only thing he didn't do,
Right.
yeah,
Was that the last one, Free?
Yeah, that was the last one.
Yeah, I like that
ring
performance. I don't
That's
mind
the only thing. That's the only thing he didn't do was cut the ring off. That's the only thing he didn't do. But other than that, he put hands on that dude. He beat that dude up every single round.
Yeah.
But prior to that, I mean, Artem is nobody compared to Tank Davis. But prior to that, he didn't have a good outing with De Los Santos. He didn't have a good outing.
He didn't cut the ring off in that fight.
Huh?
He didn't cut the ring off in that fight.
Well, they didn't throw no punches. They ain't even matter of cutting the ring off.
Yeah.
Nobody throw no punches. That was the fight that he said he had, his hand was hurt or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what it was, but that was the excuse he gave. His hand was hurt or something like that. But the whole thing is, I don't know what it is when it came to making that fight with Tank Davis, because if you say that's the biggest fight and you know that Tank Davis is the money man, you got to take that
Go
fight.
get money.
You got to take that fight. You can't
I
say
agree.
this is a fight that you want, and then the fight is presented to you and you don't take it. That's like I said, that's like Canelo and David Benavidez. If Canelo presents an offer to David Benavidez and he doesn't take it, I'm like, oh, what was the point of you calling him out if you're not gonna take the offer that he give you? We know you're not the A side. We know you're not the A side. So you can't really negotiate but so much, because you're not the A side. They don't need you. They don't need you. Canelo could go out and fight anybody else and make $30 million. He don't need you like that.
He can go out and fight Munguia.
Yeah,
And,
he can fight McGill, make $35 million. Fight Berlinga, make $35 million. They don't need you.
That's
so
crazy.
If they give you an offer, you can negotiate up to a certain level. Once they not budging and you still trying to push the envelope, you got to say, you know what? I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet. I'm just gonna go out here and beat him, and I become the money man. The same way Floyd did it. Floyd
And the same way Zab did.
Oscar De La Hoya and became the money man.
Yep. Yeah, Floyd went up and he let them choose his gloves. He let them just do the most. And Floyd said, "You know what? I bet."
And that's another thing too. That's another thing. See, everybody was like, "Oh, well, they could have gave him a multi-fight deal." No, that's not what y'all been saying.
Salute to my man Savage on sending that dollar, man. Salute to my man Savage for sending that dollar.
I listen to what everybody say. And for years, all they said was, all Tank got to do is send an offer. He's the A side, they the B side. They got to take the offer. All he got to do is send an offer. Well, when he sends an offer and they don't take it, y'all got to get on them, because y'all said all Tank got to do is send an offer. Well, he's done that. Y'all got to get on them now. Y'all can't still jump on Tank Davis when he sent the offer. He sent the offer. Y'all asked him to send the offer. He sent the offer. It wasn't a low ball offer. They never even negotiated. They said it was going to be a one-fight deal. Oh, no, we want a multi-fight deal. You getting a fight with Tank Davis. What are you talking about? You getting a fight with Tank? Who else do you want to fight? Who else? You want to fight Frank Martin?
You
We could think about that
you
after
fight Tank Davis, you probably can walk away
But
with
let
it.
me say this, man. Salute to my man Savage for sending that $1. Appreciate you, man. We only need 4 more. Like I said, it don't matter. Just send us $1, man. We're trying to get to our goal of 5 appreciations a show. So definitely appreciate you guys for my man sending out that $1, man. You're a real one for that, as my man D1 would say. My man, but
Yeah.
I'll let you guys go. My bad.
And that's another thing too. Another reason why PBC didn't give him a multi-fight deal. PBC don't have 135-pound fighters like that. They got Tank Davis.
Well,
They
that's
got a
Tank
couple of
Davis'
other guys
problem
that's on a
then.
lower level. They got a couple of young guys that's on a lower level, like
And that's
Frank
why they
Martin.
want Tank to move up to 140s. I don't really care if he does or he doesn't. I think it's more challenge there. But if he doesn't want to do that and he says he doesn't feel comfortable, then
But my whole thing is he doesn't have to move to 140 to make good fights. He don't have to move to 140.
then
All
what
these
does he
guys,
have to do?
all he got to do is send him the offer, and those guys take the offer. He gave an offer to Shakur. All he had to do was take the offer. That's a good fight. He had an offer on the table for Loma. They was down to get ready to sign. Loma walked away. That's a good fight.
Well, I'll say this about Tank Davis. He better get up for this Lamont Roach fight, because if you just how something like sometimes people like in basketball or football or something, you can play down in your competition like the Eagles did to the Redskins the
I've
other
never
day.
seen Tank Davis
But
do that though.
I'm right. He's never done that. He's never done that. But he seems like he's frustrated, and I don't know. And maybe something pissed him off, bro. I'm trying to tell you.
I see the same type of energy for Lamont Roach that he had for who did I see this energy for? For Hector Garcia. See the same type of energy he had for Hector Garcia. He was pretty much nonchalant, and he was like, "Okay, I'm
The fight got on.
gonna stop this dude. I'm gonna stop him." It was pretty much the same approach that he had for Hector, and he went out there and he stopped Hector. He made that man Hector go blind, had memory loss, and then ultimately he quit.
Yeah.
So, I just never see Tank Davis fight down to the level of competition. He always see what you got. Once he see what you got, he steps it up.
Yeah, maybe, but he might have a bad day. And you don't want to have a bad day with Lamont Roach. He'll make it very difficult for you in there.
Yeah, I mean,
I agree with you, though. I don't think that he'll fight down to his competition. But I think he wants a big name. I think he wants, to make the best fights. And it seems like he's having a hard time, bro.
That's
Business,
what I'm saying.
man.
I can't get on Tank Davis because for years that's all people said. Well, why Tank Davis ain't sent an offer? Why he ain't sent an offer? Well, he sent the offer and they didn't take it. He sent the offer. They didn't take it. So you can't get on Tank Davis for doing what you asked him to do. Send an offer. He sent the offer and they didn't take it. So now you got to get on the people who didn't take the offer that he sent. Because he did his part that you wanted him to do. The other people didn't do their part. They didn't do their part.
It looks like he wasn't trying to lowball nobody either. So
no, he ain't trying to lowball nobody.
Nobody said nothing about any money.
I mean, but from people in the past, nobody ever said they got lowball from Tank Davis.
Nobody ever complained about the money when they fought Tank.
No, nobody's ever complained about the money with Tank Davis because they know that
nobody that I can remember. Maybe the chat would say something different, but I can't remember somebody saying, "Man, he was trying to."
Not since Tank Davis been the A side. Nobody's complaining about the money. Maybe when Tank Davis before he was the A side, he wasn't the A side. So whatever the fight was being made they was the A side. He wasn't. But
is Tank the A side over Boots, Ennis?
Over who?
Over Boots.
Yeah, he's the A side over Boots. Hell yeah. Tank Davis is the A side over
Tank
everybody.
Davis is the A side over everybody. Maybe Canelo. Maybe except for Canelo. If we talking about pound for pound,
he's the A side to everybody not named Canelo, from 168 and down.
It don't matter in the whole
Actually,
boxing, pound for pound.
from cruiserweight and down, he's the A side to anybody not named Canelo. From cruiserweight on
I
down.
think he'll be the A side of heavyweight.
Hell no. Hell no.
I do.
How he gonna be the how he gonna be the A side when daggone Usyk just got 114? He's got 1 point. He got 114 million. How is he the A side?
Who got
that's a fact.
$114 million
Usyk got 114 million dollars. That's the report.
of US dollars.
Yeah.
US dollar. He got 114, and Tyson got 76.
How?
79, something like that.
The Turkey man was paying like that?
Yeah.
According to the reports, that's what he got.
What reports?
All of the reports that's out there. Go look it up. You can look it up. You'll see.
I
The
gotta
Wall
see
Street
that.
Journal had it at. The Wall Street Journal said he took home. I think he took home $81 million after taxes.
That's after taxes.
Jesus.
So yeah, he's not.
Shout out
He's
to
not.
Usyk.
Usyk was 81 million. That's what he's talking about. Because taxes take out half.
Yeah. So they said he took home like 81 million. Tyson took home, I think it was 51 or 52 million, something like that.
But I mean, heavyweight is a different level because I mean he might be the A side to some of them heavyweights, but when you get to the top names, nah, he's not the A side of those guys. Those guys making 20 million a fight just off the break. They're making 20 million a fight. When you get to Usyk, Tyson Fury, AJ,
Joshua, yeah,
they're
making some money.
They're making 20 million just to get in the ring. That's not even back end money. That's just
So
to get in the
imagine
ring.
if Tank would get in there pound for pound against a Tyson Fury or AJ. Imagine how much Javante would get.
Man, Prize, you gotta hold on.
He would get beat up. That's how much he would get. He would get beat up. He's way too damn small.
No, I said
Hold on.
pound
It's a
for pound.
15-yard
If they were
penalty on
pound for
Prize,
pound,
man.
bro.
So
He's not gonna get nowhere near that. He's not gonna
hey,
get
Prize, you
nowhere
got a penalty on you, man.
I don't got nothing.
near that. No, but yeah, anybody from cruiserweight on down, daggone Tank Davis is the A side to everybody not named Canelo Alvarez. He's the A side. Nobody
I feel like
bringing it.
I feel like
bringing
if
up more
everybody
money
was
than-
I feel like if everybody was the same size, that Javante Davis would be up in that upper echelon with Usyk and them and with Turkey and them. I don't know if he want to do business with them, but I think that he would be right up there with them guys making that kind of money if everybody was the same size.
Maybe, but
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
no, but you saying the same size, so you saying if those guys was down at his weight because he's never going to be a heavyweight. He's
Well,
not
we
going
know that, Free. I'm talking about pound for pound. If everybody
pound
was
for
the
pound, you
same
can't-
size,
you
you can
can't-
pick if
you
they was
can't-
a heavyweight. You can pick if they was a lightweight. It don't matter.
You
If
can't-
they was
you
all,
can't-
if them heavyweights getting that money like that, and Tank was a
No,
big
no.
heavyweight, knocking
Listen.
ish out like he do,
Listen
I
what I'm
absolutely
telling
think
you.
he would be making that kind of money if
Listen
Tank
what
was
I'm
a
telling you.
heavyweight.
Listen what I'm telling you. You can't say if he was a heavyweight because you don't know what he would get as a heavyweight because heavyweights get different type of money. They get different type of money because they
I
carry
think you're
the
missing
sport.
what I'm trying to say, but go ahead, carry on.
They get different type of money because they carry the sport. Because if those guys was in the smaller weight class, they wouldn't be getting $114 million. They getting that because they are heavyweight. That's the reason why they're
All
getting
right,
it.
well, and like I said, if you put Tank as a heavyweight, I think, and if Tank was a heavyweight this whole time, I think he'd be making just the amount of money as them boys.
No.
But he's
With
not.
his urban following, absolutely.
I mean,
No.
it's a possibility, but he would never be a heavyweight, so I can't even put him in that category because he would never be. But if it like I said, because all you got to do is just look at the money that everybody is making at the smaller weight class under heavyweight. Tank Davis is the highest paid to everybody not named Canelo Alvarez. He's the highest paid to everybody not named Canelo. That's why I said you can't put him in there with the heavyweight because there's guys that's not as popular as Tank Davis that still makes more money than Tank Davis. Because Usyk not as popular as Tank Davis, but he makes more money than Tank Davis at heavyweight.
I can't believe they paid them boys all that money.
Yes, you can. Canelo told you I want two. You heard Canelo say I want 200 million to fight David.
Yeah, heavyweight carries the sport. So they always get paid more than the smaller guys. Like even when Sugar Ray Leonard became the first man to make $100 million, Mike Tyson made it shortly after that. Once Mike Tyson's name became big, Mike Tyson made $100 million shortly after Sugar Ray Leonard did.
Yeah, some say he made almost 700 million. But
Yeah,
on that note,
he
man,
definitely he surpassed 100 million, definitely for sure.
but on that note, man, shout out to my man Puerto Rican Free, always hold it down. My right hand man Prize. And I don't think we'll be back tomorrow. We'll probably be in the morning, but I'm not sure yet. But I doubt we'll be back tomorrow. So enjoy your Christmas, man. We see you guys Thursday, man. Have a blessed holiday, and we going, y'all. Peace.
Everybody be safe.
Ladies and gentlemen, hailing from Cleveland, Ohio, I give you BVO.
Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO.